If you're a guy in his 30s to late 40s who keeps drinking on the weekends when he swore to himself he wouldn't, then in this video I'm going to share my 3-part ASC system to help keep cravings at bay. But more importantly, you will stop feeling like you're letting yourself down so you can focus more on living your life by design. How do I know this works? Because it's the exact same system that's kept me 5 years sober whilst working for others in the process. By the end of this video, you will know how to remove cravings without using willpower, removing any control alcohol has over you. Quick introduction, my name's Ben. I am the founder of Hybrid Sobriety, a program that not only helps you quit alcohol, but helps you reshape your reality so you can live your life by design. I have a training video for 2025. The link is below. Check it out. Part 1, awareness. You can't change what you don't track. At the start of this year, I made a very important decision. I decided I was going to track every single dollar I spend. Why am I doing this? Quite simply because if I don't track what I spend my money on, I tend to make silly purchases like this. Stone Island t-shirt, which cost me about 200 English pounds and I've probably worn about 10 times. But now I don't make silly purchases. I'm able to spend money on things like this. Glasses that will protect my eyes when I'm using the computer. Now you might be saying, Ben, what are you talking about? But alcohol cravings are the same. If you're not tracking when you crave, why you crave, or what's tempting you, then how are you ever going to be able to stop these cravings before they start? But don't worry, I have a solution for this. I want you to grab your phone, or even better, if you have a pen and paper, grab a pen and paper. This is the first step to interrupting alcohol cravings so you can just completely eliminate drinking. I want you to write down when you drink alcohol. Is it on a Friday night? Is it sometimes after a stressful week at work? Maybe you're having a bad relationship and you tend to argue, and then you think if you can both go out and have a drink, you'll get along for a few hours. I know that was certainly my case. Or maybe it might be that you're not where you want to be in life at the moment and you are alone. So it's just easy to go to the pub or sometimes drink alone. Bringing awareness to our bad habit is a very important point, and it puts us in the driver's seat, which I'm going to explain now. So we're now going to move on to the second part, which is structure. You know I'm big on systems and routines. For this one, you're going to need to use your phone. And it's very important that you do this, by the way, so don't skip this step. So here is my Google Calendar. Not very full at the minute. But I want you to acknowledge on the piece of paper or the notes that you wrote down in the previous step when you're drinking. So if you were drinking on a Saturday down the pub at 1 p.m. watching sports, I want you to replace next Saturday with something else which is going to stop you from going to the pub. Now this is going to take some discipline as well. Now I just want to be clear. This isn't some magic formula to be able to stop you putting alcohol to your lips. That's not what I'm saying. But it's the best we can do in the situation that we're in at the minute. We acknowledge when we drink, why we drink, and then we replace it with something better. So whatever you want to do, maybe you want to start jiu-jitsu, or maybe you want to build that side hustle, or maybe you want to go out and take some photos and build your profile up so you could be more successful with dating. Whatever it is that you want to do, I want you to put that in to your calendar when you would usually drink. I'm going to let you into a little story as well. So I've quit alcohol for 5 years. It's absolutely a no-brainer. I will never drink again. But I am far from perfect, and I do like to eat junk food. I like chocolate, I like sweets, and I like cakes. I've just completed a program called 75 Hard. For those of you who don't know, you have to exercise twice a day. You can't drink alcohol, which is easy for me, but not for you. Just kidding. You can't eat junk food. You have to drink a certain amount of water, and you have to read 10 pages of a book every day. Why am I telling you this? Because the simple act of me having a checklist on my phone that says I can't eat junk food for 75 days, the simple habit of me having that on my phone and ticking that box every single day is enough for me not to eat junk food. Funnily enough, as soon as I come off 75 hard, I slowly go back to eating junk food. And you know what I do? I course correct and then I go back on 75 hard. This is all the calendar is doing for you. It's just putting structure in place, something that you can look at and you can follow and be held accountable. Now we move on to the third part, which is control. We are going to shift our identity. I know how you're feeling. I know that you feel that you're tired all the time. You're not where you want to be in life. Maybe you feel that you're gaining a little bit too much weight and alcohol's got this control over you. This is how we get rid of alcohol for good. We shift our identity as someone who identifies as a non-drinker. The problem that you're having at the moment is that you are stopping drinking, but you're not seeing yourself as someone who doesn't drink. You'll go out a few weekends, you'll feel really hungover, and then you may have a break for 2 or 3 weeks. But in them 2 or 3 weeks, you don't start building up the habits of someone who's not a drinker. When we start to identify someone who doesn't drink, we start to build a life which doesn't involve drinking. Now, I know this sounds so simple, but it's true. I've spoken about this before. When I quit alcohol the first time, I went 10 weeks and eventually I went back to drinking. Why? Because I was trying to quit alcohol. I wasn't building the habits, structure and routine of a non-drinker. So I was going out with people who would drink, take drugs. I was in these environments and only naturally I drunk again. When I drunk that night, the next day I felt absolutely awful. I'd gone 10 weeks of feeling fresh, focused. My life was just better. But it was from that point onwards that I decided I was going to build a life of a non-drinker. I stopped seeing myself as someone who was trying to quit, and I saw myself as someone who didn't drink alcohol anymore. I live my life as a non-drinker, which means I don't plan stuff around alcohol. I plan my life around someone who's active, doing stuff that doesn't involve drinking. And as a result, I don't get temptation from alcohol because I am not putting myself in that environment. And I also meet friends who don't drink alcohol. I want you to make sure that you fill your Google Calendar every single week and keep yourself busy. I want you to build the habits, routines, and structure as someone who's not a drinker. This is the stuff that I teach in my program Hybrid Sobriety. I have a training video for 2025. I'm not sure how long it's going to be free for, but the link is below, so check it out. I also have another video on why you will never be successful if you don't quit alcohol, and you can watch it here.